What if I told you that just one habit could completely change your life? Would you believe it? Watch this story until the very end, because after today, you might never hit the snooze button and go back to sleep again. In a small town lived a boy named Ahmad. He had big dreams, but one habit stood in his way every single day. Every night he would promise himself, "Starting tomorrow, I will wake up at 5 a.m. He would set his alarm, but as soon as it rang in the morning, he would turn it off and say, "Just 5 more minutes." But those 5 minutes would turn into an hour. By the time he opened his eyes, the sun was already high in the sky. Then he would spend the rest of the day thinking, "If only I had woken up on time today." Days passed. Weeks went by. But Ahmad's life remained exactly the same. One day, he was sitting sadly in a park. He kept thinking, "What is missing in me? I also want to become successful." Just then, an old man came and sat beside him. Seeing the sadness on Ahmad's face, he asked, "My son, what happened?" Ahmad told him everything. The old man smiled and said, "Come to this very place tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. I will tell you the secret of success." Ahmad thought to himself, "He will probably give me another ordinary piece of advice." But he still agreed. That night, he set his alarm. At exactly 5 in the morning, the alarm rang. He felt like going back to sleep, just as he always did. But then he remembered the old man's words. With great difficulty, he got out of bed and reached the park. The old man was already there. The entire park was silent. The air was cool. Birds were chirping. The sun had just begun to rise. Looking toward the sky, the old man said, "Look, the whole world is still asleep, but nature has given you a time with no noise, no rush, only peace and opportunity." Then he asked Ahmad, "Tell me, if you wake up just 1 hour earlier than everyone else every day, how many hours ahead will you be after 1 year?" Ahmad remained silent. The old man then said, "Successful people don't perform magic. They simply make use of the time that ordinary people spend sleeping." Those words touched Ahmad's heart. The next day, he woke up early again. Then the day after that, and the day after that. At first, it was very difficult, but slowly, it became his habit. Every morning he studied, exercised, planned his day, and before he realized it, his life had started to change. A few years later, that same Ahmad had become a successful man. People would ask him, "What is the secret of your success?" He would simply smile and say, "I started changing my life the day I stopped going back to sleep after turning off my alarm." Remember, success does not come from one big decision. It begins with one small, good habit practiced every single day. If you can win your morning, you can win your life.